And joining me now is Member of Parliament of the Congress Party, Manikam Tagore, also on the show, BJP MP Aparajita Sarangi. Mr. Tagore, you are one of the polling agents for the India Bloc. How much of a setback is it for you all that BRS and BJD have decided to abstain tomorrow?
Thank you. This election was forced on us. It is suddenly the Vice President Dhankarji was forced to resign. Therefore, the election was forced on India, and it was the party which is asking for one nation, one poll is pushing poll after poll, and we are being posed. This election, Vice President election, is a clear-cut waste of expenditure, but we are fighting that poll. And the India Alliance and opposition parties together has fielded Justice Sudarshan Reddy ji, and we hope that the parties like BRS and BJD as well as the YSRP like parties which were showing that they are against BJP will vote against the BJP candidate. But at last they had backed out and they had not participating in the election. One way was that they were supporting these parties, usually supports BJP in all their critical bills from any other, even the farm bills and others they had supported in the parliament. Therefore, BJD and BRS has always supported many of the bills of the BJP and their proposals. And this time they are not supporting them, they are withdrawn, they are keeping a neutral thing. That only we are seeing it. Our opposition alliance is intact. And we are very clear, India plus alliance is intact, and we hope that these parties will support Justice Sudarshan Reddy ji, but they are not supported it. It is a loss for NDA in our view.
Okay, but there is the other view also, before I bring in Aparajita Sarangi, I want to ask you that question. One of the reasons that the India Bloc decided to field Dr. Reddy was that you were hoping that Andhra Telangana parties like the BRS, like the YSRCP, like the TDP could look at the voice of conscience. But that has not happened either. YSRCP, TDP, both of them are in fact voting for NDA. TDP voting is not much of a surprise, but YSRCP has decided to back the NDA candidate also.
A very good evening.
Yeah, as I said earlier, this is a very important question.
Counterpart.
Yes, ma'am, I'm coming to you. Let Manikam Tagore answer that.
Okay.
This is a very important question because as I replied in the beginning, this election was forced on us. Therefore, this election suddenly they decided that there will be an RSS-backed candidate, Mr. Radhakrishnan will be fielded, and then there was an India Alliance and plus leaders meeting was there. In that meeting, there are few names came up, and in that meeting, Justice Sudarshan Reddy ji's name also was considered. So it was not on any state-specific decision. It was there. It was on a basic thing that there was an RSS-backed candidate, and we need a candidate who has neutrality, who stood with constitution, whose credentials are liberal and secular in nature. That is the credentials we were looking at it, and we were not for a Congress candidate or that party candidate, this party candidate. We wanted a progressive thinker to be the candidate of vice president. We thought that is when accepted by all the India plus opposition parties together. We all accepted that opposition leaders, 28 parties met at 10 Rajaji mark, and they decided that Justice Sudarshan Reddy should be the candidate. Therefore, there is no calculation of the state level votes. One. Second is now this election exposes Jagan Mohan Reddy's politics. Because Jagan Mohan Reddy is under tremendous pressure. His MP Mithun Reddy is on liquor scam. He has been arrested and he is in jail and he has been given parole. Who arrested him? It is the NDA which has arrested him. Whom he is coming to vote for the NDA candidate in Delhi. For it has put Jagan and his party in a. It has exposed their hypocrisy. They are not ready to stand for any kind of truth. They are just being threatened by the police and agencies by the union government and the state government. They are bungling to that. They are supporting Babu's candidate here. Jagan is supporting Babu's candidate here in vice president candidate. This is the truth of the nature, and we all know that this election is more an ideological fight for us.
Okay. If it's an ideological battle for India Bloc, how is the NDA looking at this battle, Aparajita Sarangi?
I just heard my colleague from the Lok Sabha, from the Congress, Mr. Tagore, and I can only say that his words smack of surrender and defeat. See, these are not the words of a winner. As far as NDA is concerned, with all humility, I would say that a couple of lines from Hindi come to my mind. हजार वर्क गिरे लाख आंधियां उठें, वो फूल खिलकर रहेंगे जिन्हें खिलना है. Tomorrow, the history is going to repeat itself. In 2017, you remember what happened when Mr. Venkaiah Naidu had been selected for the post of Vice President. In fact, he won the election with a thumping majority at that point of time. Again in 2022, when Mr. Dhankar was contesting as NDA candidate, let me tell you that he actually bagged 75% of the votes against Margaret Alvaji, who just bagged 182 votes, and this was the highest in the 3 decades of vice presidential election, remember. So I think tomorrow same thing is going to happen, and I was just listening to him, see, abstaining from voting by the opposition parties, or rather the components of India Bloc, is actually backing the NDA. So I think we are extremely happy that BJD has abstained, that BRS has abstained. Now, you know, let's go by simple arithmetic. I think you are aware and I am aware, 788 MPs would have formed the Electoral College. But since there are 7 seats which are vacant, 6 from Rajya Sabha and 1 from Lok Sabha, there are 781 MPs who will be going to cast their votes tomorrow. And we are expecting that the NDA candidate, Mr. CP Radhakrishnan, will definitely get much more than 56%, about 437 at least. And as far as their candidate is concerned, maybe around 323 votes if all vote. So I think we are extremely comfortable. And here today we had the mock drill. We are all very serious about the election of the vice president. Vice President is a very important constitutional post. He is also the chairman of the Rajya Sabha. Today we had the mock drill. All of us, all ND MPs were present, where Mr. CP Radhakrishnan ji was kind enough to, address all of us and speak out his mind. Our Prime Minister also spoke to us. So I think we are all geared up for the polling tomorrow.
Aparajita Sarangi, don't you think that efforts should have been made by NDA to ensure consensus? Because of the role of the vice president. He is the ex-officio chairman of the Rajya Sabha. His primary responsibility and role is to run the Rajya Sabha. And that's a bipartisan chair. So efforts should have been made by the BJP, by the NDA to reach out to all parties.
How do you know that we did not do so? See, the point is, they have been opposing for the sake of opposition. Always remember, there are 36 parties around in India Bloc, and all of them wanted the election to take place, and that is why this election is taking place. We wanted a consensus candidate. We have always wanted, Vice President, as you said, is the chairman of the Rajya Sabha, and he has to actually handle all the parties, and he is absolutely non-partisan, has to be non-partisan in his approach, because he has to conduct the proceedings of the Rajya Sabha. But unfortunately, they wanted to oppose the candidate of the NDA, and naturally, we would definitely not accept that, and that is why we are all ready for the election, which I think is a foregone conclusion. The winning of Mr. CP Radhakrishnan is a foregone conclusion. The numbers are with us.
Okay, so it's a foregone conclusion, but because the India Bloc is in it with all its might as well. So Manikam Tagore, I'm looking at 7 independents in the Lok Sabha, 3 of whom are yet to declare their choice. While the Akalis and other smaller parties have not clarified their position. So has efforts been made by India Bloc, by Sudarshan Reddy, Justice Sudarshan Reddy, to reach out to them to seek their support?
Justice Sudarshan Reddy has reached out to many of the progressive groups and those people who are against the NDA, and we hope that good sense prevails with the MPs, because as the BJP colleague has explained it, it is 781 votes collegium now, and this vote college is going to be of 781, and this there are a respected member of parliaments. We are all colleagues in the parliament, and this choice is of to be in a constitutional post like vice president should be respected, and therefore there is no party whip or there is no party control. Therefore, we are very clear that always in India's political parliamentary history, many things has changed it, and we had suddenly also when MPs voted in the constitutional club also, we found that there was a huge hue and cry in that election also. But surprises can be made, and we hope that the vice president election will also become a surprise, provided the MPs who when they enter into the polling booth tomorrow to vote for the vice president of India.
Okay, since you say that be prepared for surprises, Manikam Tagore, and you are responsible for management of votes, are there some surprises in the sense, some tricks up your sleeves? What is the Congress up to?
No, we are very clear. We are fighting for the protecting the constitution, and we feel that a vice president should be a person who is neutral, who should be respected by all. He should not be from any other organization, one ideology, one country, one story, and others. Who speaks about one ideology, one kind of food, one kind of cloth, one kind of belief structure. He should be for all India's people on different languages and others. Therefore, we believe that Justice Sudarshan Reddy suits that in the position, and our proposal is that Sudarshan Reddy should be the Vice President of India. And let us see how many MPs buys that argument, and we hope that Justice Sudarshan Reddy's credentials, he has also written to many of the MPs. All of us got calls from him, and he has spoken to many of us, and he has reached out to many of the neutral MPs also, and we are doing our work in a very, very fair manner, and we feel that if a transparent election is allowed now, things will change in a different way in tomorrow's elections.
Okay, so things can change in a different way. Last time around, during the election of the former Vice President, Mr. Dhankar, the TMC had abstained, and that certainly worked in your advantage, Aparajita Sarangi. Victory may be a foregone conclusion, but there must be a number that the NDA would be looking at to make its, these results far more emphatic and the one which will have a big message for your opponents.
Absolutely. See, I must tell you that it's a big thing that all honorable MPs of Andhra Pradesh and Telangana would be voting for the NDA candidate. There are 36 MPs, 11 from YSRCP and the rest from TDP and others. So all of them are voting from Andhra Pradesh and Telangana in favor of NDA candidate, I underscore. This is a big achievement. So as you said, the number, or rather the margin by which we win the election is a message. And we want to give this message, and we are extremely hopeful that Mr. C.P. Radhakrishnan would be the 15th Vice President of the country. As has been told, and I completely agree, that the Vice President of the country is a non-partisan guardian of the upper house. And here is a person, Mr. Radhakrishnan, who is the embodiment of service, humility, and has years of experience working at the grassroots. And he has something called, high understanding of things. So I am sure he's in a better position to actually guide all of us, guide the members cutting across party lines in the upper house, and all of us sitting in other house also. So I think we are all delighted, and we are very hopeful, we are very optimistic, but I would say that we are keeping our fingers crossed. As you know, the Bharatiya Janata Party works relentlessly, and Bharatiya Janata Party is very meticulous in its approach. As I said, I repeat, we had a mock drill today. We do not want any vote to go invalid. We have been, all the MPs have been educated today, you know, as to how to cast the vote. Every vote matters. We take every election, every contest, every action, every activity very seriously.
One of the reasons,
so we are very hopeful that yes,
one of the reasons,
the election.
One of the reasons that the NDA fielded Mr. C.P. Radhakrishnan was that you wanted one of the India Bloc partners to back you. That was the DMK, because he comes from Coimbatore. That has not happened. And neither is DMK even abstaining. So they are voting for Justice Sudarshan Reddy tomorrow.
No, I understand. See, there would be MPs from Maharashtra, Telangana, Tamil Nadu, Kerala, West Bengal and Punjab who would be voting for the India Alliance candidate. we are fully agreeable to that, and you know, we know that. I mean, we are aware of the fact that they have 36 parties in their fold, and we, in the NDA, we have 47 parties, both registered and unregistered. So I think as far as the numbers are concerned, this party not voting does not matter. Ultimately, लोकतंत्र में संख्या ही बहुत महत्वपूर्ण होता है. As far as the numbers are concerned, I think we will be definitely much ahead of the India Alliance candidate. Okay. And that's it.
Okay, let's start wrapping this up.
It is not arrogance. It is simple arithmetic.
Okay, let's start wrapping this up. They have the numbers. That's why they are confident. Manikam Tagore, how are you looking at the next 24 hours?
We are very confident that the truth will win and the constitution will win, and the protector of the constitution and a neutral person will sit as the vice president of India tomorrow. By this time the results will be out, and I'm confident that India's democracy also will win tomorrow, and it should not be a person who is from the RSS tomorrow. That's the
okay. And what about two MPs who are behind bars? Will they be also coming to cast their vote? How will that be playing out? Manikam Tagore, Engineer Rashid, how will that be? Will he be also going to, will he exercise his right?
We have to wait and see tomorrow, because the courts would have given them some permission to come and vote, and there is one member of parliament like T.R. Baluji has requested to vote from Chennai. Therefore, there are some developments will be taking place, and we hope that things settles tomorrow well by evening.
All right, Aparajita, let me give you the last word on the show tonight. Please go ahead.
With all humility, I would say that Mr. C.P. Radhakrishnan would be the 15th Vice President. We are keeping our fingers crossed, though. He has rich administrative and constitutional experience. So I think we would be getting the right person, within quotes, the Vice President of the country tomorrow. So I think we are all looking forward to a free and fair poll.